Well, the year is coming to a close, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what happened? Oh my God, you know what happened? U.S. stocks, bro, have outperformed international stocks. In the aggregate, what are my thoughts on this? Am I going to change my investment strategy because VTI, my hot guy, has outperformed VT, my ET? No! Of course I'm not. This is a daily reminder that people that buy U.S. stocks only, specifically index funds, okay? If you're a stock picker, I mean, buy whatever you want because you're picking stocks. But if you pretend to be an index fund investor, but all you buy is U.S. stocks, you are not an index fund investor. You are a performance-chasing clown. Put on your clown wig. Put on your clown nose. That's right. Remember, index fund investing is about buying the haystack. The haystack is the whole world. Now, here's how arrogant you VTI investors are. You VOO invest. Just buy VOO, bro. Bro. Here's how arrogant you people are. You say, okay, I look at the global markets and I see that all the collective wisdom of every investor in the world has determined the market capitalization of each one of the stocks that I could potentially invest in. And I, as a U.S. stock only investor, am even smarter than the market. Over time, I'm smarter than the market. I know more than the market, to such an extent that I am going to massively overweight U.S. stocks only as a percentage of my portfolio. Because when you only buy U.S. stocks, you're massively overweighting your investment in every single stock in the U.S. market relative to what the market has determined those prices to be. Now, that may sound a little weird, but if you think about it, there's a ton of investable assets in the world. And, some people direct their money to some assets, some people direct their money to other assets, and a market exists. People buy and sell, and that determines the price. The equilibrium is what determines the price of an investment at any one time. Well, that equilibrium is generally informed by a ton of information that is publicly available. Most stocks, I would say at most times, are probably fairly valued. And I think most people would agree, because the vast majority of time, people are not buying or selling many stocks. They're just kind of like holding most stocks, and they're definitely not buying them, so they don't think they're undervalued. So I think on average, most stocks at any one time are fairly valued. Now, some stocks are undervalued, some stocks are overvalued. The question is, how do you know which ones are undervalued, and how do you know which ones are overvalued? That's a question for another time or another channel. I don't really waste my time with that overall because I think it's a waste of time and I think it's guessing. But let's circle back, okay? There is an investable universe, and all the market participants have already determined the market cap of these companies. So, for example, Apple, as a percentage of the global investable market cap of stocks, because $1 can go to Apple or $1 can go to Meta or whatever. But the market has determined that Apple is roughly, 3.9% of the global market cap, something like that. Basically, whatever Apple is weighted in VT is the true investable weighting of that stock, that security. Now, you, as the U.S. stock only investor, are saying, well, the market thinks Apple should be weighted at, if you look at it from a holistic perspective, what are all the investable stocks in the world? I think Apple should be weighted not at 3.9% like the market consensus says it is at. I think it should be weighted at 7%, 8%, whatever the weighting is in VTI and VOO. To summarize, you are massively overweighting. You are more bullish on U.S. stocks than the market consensus. What does that mean? Well, that means you're a freaking clown, okay? Because you really believe. And here's the hilarious thing. U.S. stocks have done well over the past 10, 15, 20 years, whatever time horizon you want. Everybody knows they've done well. Everywhere you look, everybody says, U.S. stocks, bro. Just buy U.S. stocks, bro. But you are such a genius that you know that even after all that exhilaration and exuberance, you really think that the market is underappreciating the value of these stocks. So you overweight the stocks that have already massively outperformed and that everybody already expects are going to continue to outperform into the future. Look, investing is, you think it's so easy. It's not. If investing was that easy, where you just buy stuff that went up a lot, you might as well just buy the best performing stock over the last 10 years. I mean, that's the logical conclusion of your argument. If you think U.S. stocks are the best, you think that because of past performance. Everything else is emotional claptrap, okay? America! Oh, I'm a patriot because I only buy U.S. stocks, bro. Yeah. You know how many stupid arguments I've heard in favor of U.S. stocks from people that claim they're index fund investors? It's a joke. You are a fake index fund investor. You don't understand indexing. You don't understand anything by only buying U.S. stocks. You are a performance chaser. And if that's the case, you might as well buy QQQ. It's as simple as that, okay? So am I sitting here coping? Am I mad? No. Okay, I have the strongest conviction in my portfolio. I really do. It doesn't bother me if VT underperforms VTI. If it underperforms VTI over the next 10 years, I don't care. If it underperforms VTI over the next 20 or 30 years, I don't care. You want to know why? Because my investment philosophy is rational and it's based on reason. Buying only U.S. stocks is an emotional, unreasonable strategy based on performance chasing. That's it. Prove me wrong. You can't, because you are shrouding yourself in the belief or in the philosophy of index fund investing when you're really not. You're actually just buying stuff that went up a lot. There's no other explanation for why you would only go in all in U.S. stocks. Okay? But go ahead, leave your comment. Go ahead and say, well, in the last 10 years, this happened and that. I don't care. That's not how investing works. If you could buy based on past performance, it would be so easy. It would really just be easy, bro. But, one day you're going to learn your lesson. I really hope that U.S. stocks get annihilated. And it'll hurt me too, because 60% of my stocks are U.S. stocks. But just to prove you clowns wrong, I am praying that U.S. stocks get freaking wrecked one day and that international just crushes you clowns, just so you can learn your freaking lesson, okay? And it will hurt me. 60% of my portfolio is U.S. stocks. But you know what'll happen? If U.S. stocks do underperform, guess who will still hold them? Me. And guess who won't hold them? Probably you. There'll be some new country. Bro, Argentina stocks, bro. Argentina stocks, bro. Polish stocks, bro. Whatever freaking stocks do well, you clowns are going to performance chase and buy. I'm going to continue to buy the world at market cap weights. This is not hard, okay? I'm a better investor, or at least I'm a better index fund investor than you clowns, okay? So, lick my nuts. Cheers.